Hey, good morning, AP Lit folks. Mr. Casey here, and just want to talk to you about what we're doing tomorrow or Friday in class, in which we are going to be reviewing for a multiple choice test over Invisible Man, which you're going to take on the exam day next week. So what I'm posting today, along with this, is a review sheet. It's really pretty general, but it covers the major people, issues, events, etc. Literary terms that are going to be on the test. There's probably going to be about 30 questions, maybe more. I'm making them up and having fun doing it, but I'll try to restrain myself. So if you look in the study sheet, it's going to be right here with the video. You'll see I've kind of broken it down into the major characters. So I've got those listed there. We'll talk about these in class. Who the people are, how they contribute to the story, how they move the drama along, as it were. And then I've also listed a series of what I call places and situations. Some of them are places like Tuskegee. Some of them are just these situations like the Battle Royale or the Harlem riots at the end. So we've got a whole list of those. We'll go over, both what they are basically, but also how they contribute to our better understanding of the themes of the story. And speaking of some of these themes and motifs, we've got a whole section on symbols here, symbols and motifs. So we've got the Battle Royale as a symbol, not as an event. So what is it, we'll talk about what that looks like in terms of creating the themes of the story, to do with power dynamics and some of the motifs around smoke and the alcohol and that kind of thing. The briefcase, we talked about a bunch of these last time. Tuskegee, the way it's described at the beginning of chapter 2, is a really interesting piece of symbolism. That's, the happy sort of light Hallmark card side, followed by the Forbidden Road and all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. We'll look at that. We talked about that in class. But the basic symbolism, black and white, light and dark, which go on all through the story. And any kind of, whether it's a symbol or a character or an event that has to do with blindness, vision, eyes that work, eyes that don't work, how we see things, all of that. Rising up and falling down as kind of concepts. This book is the narrator's social life is very much mixed up between kind of moving up in the world and constantly sort of falling back down for various reasons. Talk about some of the symbols like alcohol and smoke, and how they distort vision and that kind of thing, and what they have to do with fire and high emotions and acceleration. Some of the racist symbols that we talked about, the horrible Sambo Bank and Todd Clifton's behavior selling the Sambo dolls. So anyhow, we'll review that. And then finally, some literary terms. There's not a ton that we did with this, but we'll need to look at and find examples for foreshadowing. There's a lot of that, including in the piece we did the writing prompt about. There's irony all throughout this. We'll talk about, the visual irony of things like Liberty Paint Factory, juxtaposition, setting things side by side for comparison, which often can contribute to the irony. The motifs, the symbolic threads that go through the story, having to do a lot with light and dark and vision and that kind of thing. We'll talk a little bit about tone, because tone and diction go together. Ellison's constantly using varied types of diction, whether it's this very elegiac diction of like remembering the old days, or whether it's very paranoid diction, where things really speed up and get crazy in New York. He uses words very carefully to create a tone all throughout. And then allusions. I said we're going to be reviewing, I don't know if I said it or not, but it's at the top of the sheet. We're going to be reviewing the background information that went into Invisible Man, that we went over at the beginning of the unit. So, okay, I think they're going to shut me off here in a second, so I will let you go, and I'll see you either tomorrow or Friday. Good luck, and have a nice Wednesday. Bye-bye.